welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am filming one of my favorite videos. This is my hashtag Teamprojectpan. Hopefully I will put the text on the screen. So I know this is late. Again, if you've been watching any of my videos, you know that I'm just having a hard time right now with keeping up on my schedule because of my other job, my main job. I don't make any money from YouTube, but I love it. It's my hobby. It's my favorite thing to do. So I was really sad that I didn't get any videos posted last week. Things have just been crazy. It's the first week that I've been back in the classrooms and standardized testing, and we still have another test next week, and then I'll be done. And then school will be done. And there is an update video on all the things that's happening over the summer and what I will be posting. But for now, we are going to go over my Project Pan. If you are not familiar with Project Pan is, it is where you work on panning or completing items in your collection. And I do this every year. Haley and Kat from Beauty News started this, and I have just loved using up my products. But this is the first year that I decided I finally want to start my YouTube, and I really want to, talk about my Project Pan, keep up my progress on my YouTube, and discuss makeup with other people in the community. So now we will get into it, but before we do, if you could hit that subscribe button, it really does help my channel and I'd appreciate it. I'm working on my posting schedule, of course, and hit that bell notification because I want to post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, but life doesn't always work out that way. So without further ado, now we will get started. So first I will go over items that I have completed, and then I will talk about items that I will be rolling in instead. We'll start with foundation, and this is the most exciting part for me because I have been working on this foundation so long. So my Laura Mercier Flawless Lumi Radiance Foundation, Perfecting Foundation. So as you can see, there's a little bit at the bottom, but every time I pump it, before I would pump, and nothing would come out. And it was driving me nuts, and I couldn't even get enough to pump out for a full face. So I decided, you know what, this is done. This is pretty see-through, pretty empty. I'm happy with the progress that I made. So this is finished. Because of that, even though I was mixing it, I still couldn't get a full face to pump out. I hate when pumps don't go all the way to the bottom, and I'm not going to buy a scraper to use up products and whatnot. So this is done. I was mixing this with my Too Faced Do You Full Coverage Foundation, but I am going to use this in the fall winter time with another foundation. So I'm just going to put this back in my collection for right now and revisit it. So my spreadsheet is up over there, so if you see me look away, it's because I'm looking at my spreadsheet. Mercier was at 92 grams last time, and it is now at 88 grams. So probably like another gram worth of product in there that's stuck on the sides and at the bottom, but that's fine. Maybe half a gram of product? I don't know. And then for the Do You, this was 37 grams or 39 grams last update, and now it is at 37. So I have used 2 grams of product. Pretty proud of myself. Roll this back in my collection, and I will bring it back in at a later time. But because I am back at work, I'm wearing masks all the time. I'm not doing a full face most days. Usually I'm just throwing on a tinted moisturizer and some eyeliner and running out the door. Some bronzer, of course, but not a lot of makeup. So I decided let's cater to the situation that we're in. I know I'm going to wear masks. I know I don't want to cake on a medium full coverage foundation that will get on my mask. I just want something light that's pretty easy to clean off. So I have this old-ish Hourglass Hylaronic Skin Tint Broad Spectrum SPF 20 or SPF 15, and I have it in the shade Warm Ivory. And so, this is getting older. This is definitely not going to be my only SPF. I do put on an SPF under my makeup, but I thought because it's getting warmer, I'm wearing these masks. I know I'm not doing anything but tinted foundation or tinted moisturizer. Why not do this? And I have been using this occasionally to make sure that this will work. I can put it on, it's light, doesn't get all over my masks. So yes, this will work. I've confirmed it will work. This does look really nice on my skin. I don't have to mix it with anything. Beautiful. It is now at 36 grams, and this will be the thing that I use until it is empty. For concealer. So I'm calling this done because it's a mess. This is my Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer, and it's in the shade Porcelain. Okay, as you can see, there's stuff all over the place. Every time I put it in this little basket to collect my Projectpan items, as you can see, it leaks everywhere. And when I take the wand out, it is just overly covered in product. There's just a little bit left at the bottom. There we go. So there's just a tiny little bit left. I'm usually not the take the stopper out kind of person, but I did for this and I regretted it so much. So we're done. This is out of my collection. I can't deal with the mess anymore. It's over. And then I just got some on my hand again. See, this is why I can't deal with this. I don't know why people like taking out the stopper. I know that if you love a product and you're really one of those people who only has one concealer that you use constantly, that's probably good for you. But for me, somebody who has, how many concealers do I have? 10 concealers. I do write the number of how many products I have in each category on my spreadsheet. So because I have 10 concealers, I don't need to keep scraping that one. It's fine. I even have a backup of it. It needs to go. So I am now going to be using the Huda Beauty, the Overachiever Concealer, and I have mine in 04N Meringue. I liked this. It was fine. It's a little thick sometimes, but I've learned how to blend it out without using too much product. That little applicator does not really work. Don't believe that it works. And it is started at 18 grams. So this will be the concealer I use for the next few months. It's a little thick, but I make it work. And I see myself just continuing to use this. Now, before anybody does ask, yes, my BareMinerals Bareskin concealer is still in the project. I just use this to prime my eyelids before I put on eyeshadow. Oh my gosh. Why do I think I'm going to repurchase this? I told myself that it was too watery. I didn't like it. Blah, blah, blah. Ever since it's been in my Projectpan, I love this concealer. I love it so much. And this is another one that I don't want to take the stopper out because it already gets dirty enough around the little screw cap top, and then it leaks out product. It is very watery. But if you let it sit on your eyelids for a few minutes while you do your brows or something, and then go in and blend it out and apply shadows, it just looks so nice. Just so nice. I might actually repurchase this. So I'm not finished, still in the project, but this one I will probably scrape the sides with this wand and keep for as long as possible. Will not take the stopper out, but I will keep using this, and then I have to decide, do I switch to another concealer? I thought I was going to try another concealer today when I did this look, but I said no, I'm going to stick to my tried and true. This might be a repurchase, especially if it goes on another Ulta 21 Days Beauty Sale. This was at 17 grams and it is now at 16 grams. I have used a gram of product. It is more see-through every time I look at it. Of course, I've been shaking it around, so now it is no longer see-through. But, yeah, you can kind of see the little gaps in there, but not really. I shouldn't have shaken it up. This is great. I'm going to keep using this until it's gone. Then for powder, I did not realize that I had not gone over this or that it wasn't empty last time until I watched the last video today to get this video prepared. I was like, oh no, I've mentioned this so many times and how this powder is gone. And I did not realize that it was not in my last update. So for my Bite Changemaker powder, I mean, I used this thing completely up. I scraped the sides and made it into little loose powder towards the end. Loved this. I almost repurchased this during the Sephora VIB sale recently, but I have enough powders. And then I bought a touch of powder, which was ridiculous. But yes, so I will repurchase this probably in November sale because this is my holy grail pressed powder. But it was great. We'll miss this. It was 55 grams at the first update. And I guess I used it a little bit after the second update because I have it as 52 grams completed. So I don't know how I messed that up, but there we are. Powder that I am rolling in instead is the Innisfree No Sebum Mineral Powder, and this is the Mentos powder in Peach. As I've said, this is a really dry powder. It's very finely milled. It's beautiful, but because it is no sebum, it's very dry, and I'm a dry girl. But I am going to a muggier climate over the summer, and it's starting to get hot here, so anything to help my makeup stay a little longer, especially under those masks, is great. So I'm going to see if I can use this up because it is dry. I'm not ever going to use it in the winter. It's too dry for that. So hopefully I can use it while I'm traveling and over the summer while it's warm for my brow setter. So this is just getting chunky. It's time for it to go. Its time is over. So this is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. It was at 15 grams last time. It is still at 15 grams. But again, it's just drying out. It's getting real clumpy every time I use it. It looks real thick. So it needs to go. So this is gone. It will be missed. And instead, I am rolling in the Colourpop Brow Box Gel in the shade Light Brown. And it is in my brows today. It's not a perfect match because my hair is still a little red tinted, but I'm trying to grow out my natural hair color, and soon my roots will overpower everything else. And that's when I will definitely need this. For my Abh Brow Wiz, after my last check-in, I basically used this up in a week. It's the Abh Brow Pencil. It's great. Oh, it looks like I have like the littlest nub, but not enough to do a full brow, so I'm calling it done. Everybody knows the Abh Brow Wiz. It's holy grail, really nice. I only buy them when they go on sale, and I did not purchase any during the 21 Days of Beauty. So this is my last Brow Wiz, but I said that I was trying to stop buying new brow products because I was trying to figure out what I was doing with my hair, and now I've decided to grow it out. So instead, I'm technically rolling in 2 brow products because once I finished that, I grabbed this Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil. And then I started scrolling it up. That's how much we have left. So I left this almost finished brow pencil in my drawer, and it's getting a little dry. Or maybe it just feels dry because I've been using brand new brow products for this whole time. And I just need to use this up. But this should be done in like a week or 2. So I'm also throwing in the Urban Decay Brow Blade. And I did just purchase this in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. But because I already know that I'm going to have some hair color changes soon, I figured why don't we get this out, because I did buy it in the shade Ginger Snap. And that is about how much we have left. So I feel like that's another month's worth. I can get away with reddish brown brows. And I do have my little sheet here. My brow blade is right here. Urban Decay Brow Blade. For my 2 brow products that I will be using, both of these should be used up in the next, well, no. This one should be used up in the next update, and this one we should see some great progress on. 2 more products that we have used up. I am really proud of this year's Project Pan. I am really using up some pretty good products. I thought because of all the progress I made last year that I wasn't going to make as much, but actually we're getting through some products. But these are, let's see, for my body products, I used up the hemp seed hand and lotion hand and body lotion. I missed the scent. This was great. When we started the project, when I started it in the project, it was at 462 grams. Last check-in, it was at 164 grams. And the empty bottle is 69 grams. And to replace it, I have, this is from the Body Shop, and it is called Spa of the World Hawaiian Kukui Cream. I may be pronouncing that wrong. So this is what she looks like. And inside, can you see that? There we go. So I've got about half the tub left. I use this on my body every day. It smells really nice. Very nice on the skin. It keeps me hydrated all day. You know, dry girl, need hydration. So this is great. I just needed to use it up because I have this problem with really nice body products that I purchase and really nice hair care, skincare products. Those like staple everyday products. I'm fine using a drugstore like Jergens, things like that. But man, when it comes to these really nice lotions, I seem to hoard them and just not use them. So I've decided, let's start actually using those really nice ones, or Bath & Body Works. I'll use a lot of Bath & Body Works on my skin, which I know is not good, instead of using these really nice ones. So I've been hoarding this away for at least 6 months and decided, let's just do this. Let's just use it and enjoy it. And then my final empty, which we all saw coming, is the Olay Mist in Calming with aloe leaf and chamomile extract. We already knew that I was pretty low on the bottle. Of course, my little marks faded away. I only have the first one. But this is finished. I'm so glad to have this done. It was just an extra step, except I feel like I like that step now, spraying your face once you get out of the shower. So I might see if I have a hydrating mist somewhere. I mean, I do have hydrating mists, but I'll see if I can use them as just getting out of the shower spray instead of a setting spray or anything. And start incorporating this step because it is kind of nice. It's really nice to add that little spurt of hydration before you put on the rest of your skincare. So it's done, and I loved it, and I will miss it. So the Olay Mist, when we started, was at 100 grams, and now, last check-in, it was at 49 grams, and now it is at 20 grams, empty. So to replace that, this is the Glow Recipe Blueberry Bounce Gentle Cleanser, and it says it's a makeup eraser, deep cleansing. This does not take off my makeup whatsoever. Maybe it's because I put on so much makeup, but I cannot get this to take off my makeup. Maybe I'm using it wrong. I don't know. So I use it as my second cleanse when I take off my makeup. First, I go in with an oil or balm, and then I use this, but I don't use it all the time because it's just the consistency is really sticky and gloopy on my skin, and sometimes it's really hard to wash off. So, I don't know. It's just something that I've not been getting along with lately. So yes, we will try to use this up. When I weighed this, it was at 93 grams. So hopefully we can just use this up in the next 2 months. So those are all the products we've used up. I have 2 products that I am rolling out and rolling something new in. So for the first one, my Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in ZZZ. Oh, I just know that I'm not going to use this. This is probably something I can incorporate again in the fall, but for now I need to just roll this out and move on. So in its place, because this is drying out, getting crumbly, and I would like to get some use out of this before it goes bad, this is the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Under the Sea. And in one of my videos, I think it was a Shop My Stash, it just completely fell out. It is getting a little dry. I mean, it's still fine when you swatch it, and it still looks beautiful. And when I put it on my eyes, it looks fine. But the fact that it crumbled out of this pan concerns me. I had to smoosh it back in. So I would like to see how much use I can get out of it before it does dry out. And this is a summer shade that I use. I love doing aqua-y blue eye looks over the summer. It's just like water, beach. Okay, it's a vibe. So this is my new eyeshadow. And then my other product that I am swapping out is my bronzer. And I warned everybody that this is probably going to happen. I do have seasonal bronzers, depending on the tan and whatnot. So let's talk about this bronzer though. For my bronzer, I was using the e.l.f. Forever Sunkissed bronzer. And last update, it was 44 grams. This update, it is still 44 grams. But I hit the teeniest, tiniest pan somehow. I was really focusing in that little area, and I started seeing pan, and I was so excited, like, ooh, look at that little bit of pan. Just keep digging, just keep digging. And then the pan hit. And so I did hit like little baby pan, and I will bring this back out towards the end of the year. But you know, it's summer. I like to experiment and have fun. And it's not the bronzer I'm going to use because I'm going to get, hopefully, a tan. Hopefully a little bit of a tan. I've gotten there. I have had some pool days because I live in Arizona. It's already hot. So I've had a couple pool days where I'm like, oh, look at my little tan line. It's coming in. So I know I will need a darker bronzer. So in its place, I am throwing in the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker bronzer in the shade Private Island. This is what mine looks like. There's no longer the logo on there. It's just flat. I love this bronzer. It's just older. So I'm excited to get some use out of it and hopefully hit pan on it and use it for as long as possible. When I weighed it today, it was at 61 grams. And now let's start back with primer. So I have the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. And last month we were all the way down, lines. We were down there. And now we are way up here because, you know, airless pump. So I've made a ton of progress. I'm really proud of the progress that I've made. And I will just keep going along, seeing how much progress we can make. I love this. I love this stuff. So I'll just be using it, and hopefully I'll have it used up in the next 2 months. Okay, let's talk about setting spray. So last month I did introduce the Catrice Prime and Fine setting spray, and then I kept leaving it at work and not using it. And so instead I have been using the Hangover 3-in-1 RX Primer with the watermelon extracts. This was in a Shop My Stash. It was lovely, and I really enjoyed it, and I keep using it instead of the Catrice. So I thought, why don't we just use it up? Why don't we just work on that, and we'll throw the Catrice back in before I go on vacation because it's smaller and I'm not packing this. So today it was at 115 grams. Hopefully I can use it in the next 3 weeks. If not, I'll come back to it when I get back from vacation. For blush, if you guys remember, I finished my blush back during the last check-in and I didn't roll anything in because I wanted to take some time and figure that out. And I have finally decided what blush I will be using for this next quarter. And this is my Super Shock Cheek blush in the shade Tuned In. So this is what ours look like, basically brand new. But I love using cream products for summer. I just want to get some use out of this, play around with it, and enjoy it. Then for highlights. So my Becca highlight I am keeping in the project. This is the Becca Light Chaser highlight in Champagne Dream Flashes Bellini. And I have expanded the pan so much. So I'm going to keep using this until the end of the year. I've decided, you know what? It's time to just let it go. It's an older product. It's well loved. I'm just going to keep using it until it's gone and then move on. So I'm going to keep this in the project. I know I talked about possibly rolling it out, but I'm going to keep it in my project until it is completely finished. Last time I also mentioned that I was going to roll in another Too Faced Better Than Sex eyeliner, and I thought that's real boring. Let's not do that again. Especially because I just purchased this Yuzi eye opening liner. And I've been using this one consistently, and it's okay. It's still not my holy grail Too Faced Better Than Sex. And I think it's just a little stiff, so I'm not 100% in love with it, but it's still great. So since I opened it, I kind of feel eyeliner and mascara are in the same realm of use it until it dries out, and you can no longer use it. So I don't like to have too many open at the same time, so I'm just going to use this up. Decided this on 4/12 that I was going to use this, and when I weighed it, it was 11 grams. So we'll just keep using this until it dries out and see how long it takes for an eyeliner pencil from that brand, the UZ brand, to dry out. Now for eye pencil. So I've decided that I am going to use the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Bourbon. And so I decided, you know what? I love this Bourbon shade. I keep using it in the waterline. It's basically a brand new pencil, but still, why not use it? So when I weighed it, it was 7 grams. And our lines, as you saw earlier, our line is right here. Clearly, I started at the bottom and looked up there and made my line up here. I'll just keep using that until it's done because I know that I like it, and a basic brown in the waterline is great. Sometimes I wing out the liner and do that. Mascara is not making any progress. Essence, oh no, it did. It was at 30 grams last month. It is now at 29. Again, just going to keep using it until it dries up. Let's go through my dry shampoo, and then we will go through all the lip products. So for my OGX Mermaid Dust Dry Shampoo, I have been using this, pretty consistently. I was surprised how quickly I'm going through this. I should be through this by the next check-in. So when we started, it was at 96 grams, and it is now at 68 grams, and it's pretty empty. It's down towards the bottom. So I don't think I'll have a problem using this up. I use it pretty consistently because I only wash my hair twice a week. So dry shampoo is my friend. And now for our lip products. For the Colourpop Lippie Pencil in Osnap, it was previously at 6 grams and it is still at 6 grams. And I have just made the lines in this book this month, so I didn't have a line last month. Starting this month, our line is there. It's pretty long line, you know. We're going to have to work on our progress for that. But I'm hoping by the end of the year I can get through this. I use it a lot. It's lovely. Then while I've got this out, our Milk Kush Lip Balm. I do not have much left in this. That is all we have left. Just that little nub. So this will be gone by next month. I keep putting it in my purse or putting it on the coffee table down in front of the couch while I'm watching TV, and I'm putting it on constantly. It's not just when I do makeup anymore. So this will definitely be gone by next month. I know I go through these like crazy usually, even without the glitter, and I'm now getting used to the glitter. So wearing it daily is not a problem. It will be gone. So when we started, it was at 29 grams. Last month it was at 28 grams. And now it is at 18 grams. Like, look at all that progress I've made. Finally started using it more than just when I put on my makeup. My Milk Lip Balm line is now there. So we don't have too much progress to go. And then while we're here, because I will talk about that next, our Charlotte Tilbury JK Magic line is there. Don't have much to go. Let's look at it. I have not used this because of, well, masks. So probably the same little nub. I think I've used it once or twice since my last check-in, but not much. So it was at 5 grams last check-in and it's still at 5 grams. So hopefully I'll get some more use out of it, but I'm not expecting to. I'm probably mostly going to focus on my lip gloss or my lip balm because that mask just makes my lips so dry. For my liquid lipstick, we were at 31 grams last month, and now we are at 31. You still can't see much progress, but, you know, one day we'll use this. And then, finally, for my lip gloss. So last month, I had Buxom Dolly in. I did complete that. I accidentally threw it away at work because I was keeping it on my desk at work. I will not do that again. I usually have a bin of all my Projectpan items, and I just used it up at work and recycled it at work and then regretted it. So instead, I am now putting in my Marc Jacobs Mocha Chocolate lip gloss, and this is one of those lip glosses that's in a tube or like in a lipstick form, but you cannot, sorry, mine's so dirty, you can't crank it up to see how much is left. So I have no idea how much is left, just like that Fenty pencil. But I will continue to use this until it is all gone. Okay, so that is all my products, all my updates. I know I was trying to go through this pretty quickly because I'm trying to cut these videos a little shorter. They get so long and I talk too much. But I just wanted to update you on my progress. I have rolled a lot of things, well, not rolled a lot of things out. I've used a lot of things up for this. And I'm really proud of the progress I've made and cannot wait to see at the end of the year how many products I go through with my Projectpan. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.